And then you have this Representative Paul Gosar. Paul Gosar, representative from Arizona, a Nazi. You're just a fucking Nazi, cowardly piece of shit, Gosar. He and a small group of volunteers traveled to a border city, San Luis, Arizona. Ostensibly, they went down there, we're going to clean up the city's trash. The best way to have done that, you fucker, was not add to it by taking your filthy body and your filthy friends into the city. But this group that traveled with Gosar included a blogger, according to CNN, who has praised Nazi Germany. Praised Nazi Germany. It also included a candidate for Congress endorsed by this scummy fucker, Paul Gosar, who eventually was removed from Twitter for calling for executing election officials in Arizona. Just killed them. Like Putin. Like any fascist son of a bitch. And the group also included a speaker removed from the 2020 Republican National Convention because he helped write and share an anti-Semitic conspiracy theory describing this Jewish plan for global domination. Oh, my fucking word. When will that ever stop? Never. And going back to 2018, that's when this scummy little fuck, Paul Gosar, dined with the European extremists who called for banning Islam from Europe. But since 2018, this Nazi, Paul Gosar, has boosted the profiles of local anti-Semites. He's attended a conference organized by white nationalists. He has repeatedly shared content from a Holocaust denial website. He's now facing scrutiny over his ties to extremists after speaking via video at a conference organized by the white nationalist super Nazi Nick Fuentes. This guy Fuentes, you got to read about him. He wants to turn the Republican Party into the American Nazi Party, and he's getting very close to succeeding. And Gosar and the Q bitch Marjorie Taylor Greene of Georgia spoke in person at that white nationalist conference this year. Gosar has also shared, according to CNN, animated images of political violence against his colleagues. In November, Gosar shared a photoshopped anime video on social media showing him appearing to kill Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez and attacking Joe Biden. Remember that? And he was then censured by the House and stripped of his committee assignments. But only two Republicans, you know who, Adam Kinzinger of Illinois and Liz Cheney of Wyoming, voted to censure this Nazi fuck for promoting violence. The rest of the Christian nationalists, including Mitt Romney. Oh, wait, those were senators. Never mind. But the leadership in the House still hasn't disciplined Gosar or the Q bitch, Marjorie Greene, for that matter, for their ties to these American Nazi Party nationalists beyond a few harsh words. Even though 3 years ago, Republican leadership in the House stripped another congressman from House committees for lamenting that the terms white nationalists and white supremacists were considered offensive. How could it be offensive? But Paul Gosar's ties to this Nazi bullshit go back further than these violent social media posts that he was censured for. He's long been associated with white nationalists, pro-Nazi bloggers, far-right fringe players. That's according to an extensive CNN review of the events that this pig Gosar has attended and his social media posts over the years. But his endorsement for political candidates and the endorsement of the Q-bitch are sought after in local and national political primaries by people who also, like him and like the Q-bitch, want to destroy America. Well, in April 2021, Gosar's little trip to the border included a piece of human waste called Grayson Arnold, who has expressed all sorts of admiration for Hitler. And this Arnold has a blog post saying, quote, Jewish-led colored hordes are fighting the white Christian West. And this Arnold Nazi fuck, he's another one that should be, well, you know. He's repeatedly shared content saying that the United States fought on the wrong side in World War II. See, they're still around. These Nazi son of a bitches, they should be pried out of this country and taken to the middle of the ocean and told to get out and walk. They really should. But he continues to spread these anti-Semitic conspiracy theories. And he claims there were, quote, Jewish plans to genocide the German people. And he questions teaching about the Holocaust. You know what he calls it? The original critical race theory. But this is the butt buddy of this Nazi fuck from Arizona, Paul Gosar. And that trip to the town in South Arizona also included a sick fucker named Marianne Mendoza, who was abruptly pulled from speaking at the Republican National Convention in 2020 after she spread anti-Semitic bullshit. She later deleted that tweet and claimed that she hadn't read, quote, every post within the thread. Oh, fuck you. Shut up and sit down. Oh, God. So we have Nazi, or let's just say fascist, because that's what Putin is, a flat-out fascist. Putin is out Naziing the original Nazis. But we have this fifth column in this country. People who hate the United States, who, in my opinion, should be removed. Get them the fuck out of here. What do you do when you have a tumor inside of you? Well, you try all sorts of things. And if it's non-malignant, you have the goddamn thing cut out. You get rid of it. Hi, Truth Seekers. Mike Malloy here. As you know, we've switched formats and are now broadcast exclusively on the Progressive Voices Network. So that means you get fewer program interruptions, no corporate commercials, and lots of profanity. But our format change also means some of our radio listeners no longer hear the program. It's been a while since I mentioned our podcasts, so you may have forgotten that there is a way to listen to this program anytime you need a good dose of screaming. Visit MikeMalloy.com and subscribe to our podcast. As a podcast subscriber, you can download the program to your mobile device and take me with you wherever you go. And if you have a friend who needs a dose of truth-seeking, you can give a gift subscription as well. That's MikeMalloy.com, and never miss a minute of the uncensored fun and frivolity.